Okay, this is a video of the Transel, what was it, Firecracker 150? No, Dynamite 150. Unboxed, bad shipping, and I could see the white in the tube. So now we got it unboxed, took the cover off, little amp horn, and the one tube with the white, even before I saw the glass broken on it. When you see white like that in a tube, it's lost its vacuum. It's gone. No vacuum. Don't power it up because without a vacuum, the voltage electrons don't stay where they're supposed to stay. They arc and short, and they like to go boom. So anytime you see that white in a vacuum tube, even if it looks okay and the glass is okay, looks okay and nothing's broken, like on this one. You see the white, that tube is done. Don't try it. Don't do it. You just asking for trouble. It's like driving on a bald tire. So anyway, haven't tested the other two, but they look like they survived. Don't see any white. Got some broken pins. Well, not broken pins. I'm sorry, bent pins in them. Haven't had my coffee yet. And they are 6LQ6 tubes, which aren't cheap, but I got a few spares here and there, so we're gonna go through it, recap it, and all that. If you see my videos on the Nitro 300 I had, this is basically built similar to it. Tubes on a circuit board. It's one drive and two. The one back there is the driver, and then that's the two final tubes. Everything's on a circuit board pretty much. The tubes, the high voltage power supply. It uses them big old can caps, also mounted on a circuit board. We're gonna replace that and modernize those big old giant can caps. It's interesting how they do that in series because the shell is ground. So on the second one, the high voltage one, positive one, you have to unground the shell, which makes it, a little bit interesting for them to do that. But anyway, back then, high voltage caps that had a lot of UFs in them were pretty expensive. And the cans with the metal shell were a bit cheaper. So why they use that again is cost, like they do most things. But I do have a question. Could use some help. You get to get Tram Doctor on this one because it's one I don't kind of know what's going on. This is the tuner on the front right here. And it says tune, that knob there. Only tune knob on this amp. It does have some trimmers also, but okay, this is what I found. Actually, this ground wire was like that, and that went to nothing, and that's grounded to the chassis. That's your parasitic chokes, and it's actually leaning on that. That can't be right. So I was thinking maybe it goes like that. Maybe, I don't know, or something missing. What's the purpose of that? But then if you put it there, it's not touching this thing. I'm like, that's a phenolic. I have a problem with pHs. My autism kicking in. So anyway, that's a little plastic piece. What's it do? What's the purpose of that? Are you moving this ground around? Does this ground do something? And by the way, that's the tank circuit. That's the tank coil. One of these is the parasitic for the driver tube. I think the top one. And that's the parasitic for the final tubes. The tank coil for the driver is actually this one over here. And the tank coil for the finals is that one. And then the load cap is this little trimmer here for the finals. So what does this thing do? Is it supposed to be like that? I mean, I don't see any metal on that plastic phenolic or plastic washer there. Doesn't look metallized. What's it do? I mean, it, you know, is it supposed to go like that and, you know, go in between the output side of the tank coil? Because that's where, you know, the right side here of the tank coil is the load side, and the other side on the left, let's see if I can use a screwdriver as a pointer. Yeah, this is awkward. Yeah, it's not a good picture anyway, but the left side of that tank coil is the input side of the coil, or the tune side. So, you know, that's the output side, and you got a trimmer already. You got a couple other caps going to ground to help out that little trimmer. So what is the purpose of this? You know, I know the Henrys that on the 3000s that used a flapper. I know all about that and why and who, what, where, why, all that kind of stuff. But on this one, I mean, it's beyond me. Is something missing? Something I don't know what it's doing. I do not get this one. Also, on this, on the output side, there is not a tune cap at all, for the most part. And it's stuff missing. That's the plate blocking cap, you know, which blocks the DC and lets the RF go through. And the input side of that tank coil goes right there. That's the tank coil. But then it looks like something's missing. There's nothing on the other side of this. There's nothing here. And there's nothing there at ground. So it looks like, my best guess is it had fixed tune capacitors in series, you know, to handle the voltage, because your tune cap or your tune variable, if it has a variable, it has to handle double the high voltage of the amp. So they usually put them in series, kind of like the high voltage power supply. So I'm thinking there was a cap from here to here, and there was a cap from here to here, but it's nothing there now. And that was your fixed tune caps, is my best guess. Or maybe they used one as a variable, you know, like here, but I don't know if the holes are big enough for that. But anyway, help me out. What, or if somebody has one, you know, show me a picture of one. You know, I can take an educated guess of what to put there, or put a variable there, and I can figure that out. But this, that there, I can say it's rubbing against the parasitics as it is, but you know, something may have moved or something. I just don't know the purpose of that thing. And again, originally it don't mean nothing because the shipping was so bad. That was there, and the knob was loose, and that's all I got. I can't figure it out. Even if you move this, you know, if it was leaning on that washer, what would be the point of moving this ground? It does not work like the Henry flappers and the other flappers I've seen. I don't get this one. And it's also on the output side. Again, it's on the load side. You already got, you know, your load variable, and these over here, that all goes to the load. So what is that? Anyway, this is going to be a project to get that board out and recap it and figure that all out. I didn't think it would be so involved when I bought this Transel Dynamite 150, but you know, curiosity killed the cat. But of course, you know, the other part of that is satisfaction brought him back, right? Anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. Help me out, Transel Dynamite 150. Bye.